what's up, everybody? Tonight I wanted to talk to you guys about being on the lookout for your guardian angels with an S. As we move through life, we come across these people. Sometimes we've known them a long time, and sometimes we maybe see them for a couple of seconds. But these people, I feel like, in my opinion, God will send these people to you to give you a message, to give you some insight how to look at things differently or in a better way. So, by being aware that anyone can be your guardian angel. I think most people feel that they have one guardian angel, but in my opinion, we have multiple guardian angels. There's always somebody. God is always sending angels to protect us. So being on alert for your guardian angels, for me, means like keeping that ear open, keeping your eyes open, keeping your heart open to whatever God may be trying to, give you, so you can receive it and use it. Use that knowledge and that wisdom God has given you. And like an example of that, I remember when I was living in Florida. I was living in Fort Lauderdale, and my downstairs neighbor, she was in a wheelchair. She couldn't go anywhere without like that a van coming to pick her up, so she wasn't able to do that much by herself. And I was having a very frustrating week at work. I was working 2 jobs, literally working 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. And one day I got up and I was just super tired. And when I got up and I was going from locking the door, I seen her downstairs in her wheelchair with the dog. And without turning around, she was like, "Hey, how you doing this morning?" I look like I'm good. She was like, "I haven't seen you in a while." So I said, "Yeah, it's been pretty busy with work or whatnot." But I was like, to be honest, like I'm really tired right now and whatnot. So she pauses for a second. She tells me, "Well, just be grateful you have a place to go and something to do." And I feel like why it hit me so hard was that she always had to wait for somebody to come get her. She wasn't able-bodied to go do what she wanted to do when she wanted to do it. She had to rely on somebody. And I didn't tell her I was frustrated with my job or whatnot, but like going into my job that day was just as stressful. But I remember just thinking to myself, just kept hearing her voice, like, just remember you have someplace to go and you have something to do when you get there. And it just not only changed my day, but it changed my perspective up until now. Like, I still feel that way. No matter how difficult the day gets for me, I'm happy that I'm able to have someplace to go, something to do when I get there. If it's a job, I can make money behind it. I can provide for myself. I can provide a service for somebody else. It's so many things I can go on and on with. That was just like one of the people that I met that I consider a guardian angel. Another one was I met this one young guy at a job that I worked at. I was still living in Fort Lauderdale, but I was working in Boca. And I was at this job, and this guy had to be like, I think I was about maybe, at the time, I think I was about maybe 20, 28. And this young guy was like, just turned 21. He had moved from Chicago, and he started at the restaurant I was at. And I asked him, like, how long you been here? He was like, "Man, I got tired of living in Chicago, so I literally just caught a flight 3 days ago, and I was walking by and seen they were hiring, so I came in, got the job." And me and him, we were talking for a couple of days and chopping it up, and we were just talking about life or whatnot. And and so he asked me like, so what is your plans? Like, what do you plan to do? And like, what goals do you have? And I thought that was funny. One, coming from a younger person, and two, is like, I didn't really know him that well. So I was like, like right now I'm saving for a car, man. Like I have a car, but I'm saving for a better car because this car is getting ready to go down. But I was like, I'm also saving, like after that, I'm also gonna go right back into savings mode and budgeting mode so I can, start looking to buy a house. So he said, "That's great." So he said, "After your house, what are you gonna do?" And I was like, "Well, I haven't really thought that far yet." So he was like, "All right, that's cool. You got some goals." But then like he just gives me this serious look on his face, and he's like, "Let me tell you something, man. Don't get lost in what you're doing." So I told him, like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "A lot of people, they set these goals. They have goals for themselves, and they'll set this goal and they'll achieve that goal, and they have nothing else behind that." So he said, "You want to get a car? Great. A lot of people have goals to get a car, and they get this car, and what happens after that, they don't set a goal. So now they just come to work to provide for themselves to be able to pay for that car. They don't have anything else after that going. They're getting lost. They get the house. After they get the house, they have nothing else going." So he said, always set goals for yourself because you never want to get lost in what you're doing. This way, at least if you're setting goals for yourself, you know where you're heading. You know why you're doing it. You know the X and you know the Y. And that meant a lot to me. That's something I still hold on to this day, not getting lost in what I do, meaning that not getting caught up in what I'm doing, and also having a reason behind whatever I'm doing. If I'm working the job that may not be, what people could say, like, that may not be the best job for you. I know why I'm at this job, or I know why I moved to this place, or I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'm not getting lost in what I'm doing, excuse me. I'm always, by doing this, by setting the goal, you're constantly setting a destination for yourself. So this is very important. And I've had multiple guardian angels throughout my life. Some of them I probably met them and didn't even know that they were sent to tell me something, to give me a message. But literally when anybody tells me something, I do my best to not only to listen to them, but also to hear them, because you never know who God is going to use to be able to give you that wisdom to push you forward. A lot of us are just like looking through the eyes, is like, well, if my homeboy tells me this, or if my lady tells me this, or my mom or my dad or my brother tells me this, that's where the golden nugget's going to come from. That golden nugget can come from anybody. It can come from a person at a gas station holding the door for you. It can come from a less fortunate person, a homeless person living on the street. It can come from anywhere. It can come from a coworker that you particularly maybe not like, and that person could just say something. Maybe they said it in a tone that you didn't like, but maybe what they said, you're just holding on to it. For some reason, you're just thinking like, why is this like sticking with me so much? And those are examples of like guardian angels. They can come from anywhere. They can be any age. They could be any male or female from anywhere. It just means this God has sent somebody to tell you something, to give you a message of wisdom, to guard yourself, to be on the alert for things. It could be somebody just saying like, hey, you know what? I seen you hang with those guys over there and whatnot. That might not be the best crowd for you to be around and whatnot. You might want to think about who you're hanging around. And a lot of times we'll hear something like that and we'll feel like, well, one, why are you talking? I don't know you like that. And then two, you could probably say like, you're judging them, or, those are my friends. But that person is seeing that same situation on the other side of the door. You're seeing it from the inside. So you're thinking like, oh, these people are cool, or whatever the case may be, or they make me feel good. But that person can actually see where they're going. And you don't know if God sent that person to tell you this. So always be on the lookout for your guardian angels, because these people, these angels that God has sent before, that God has sent to you, are there to protect you. They're there to see you prosper. They're there to help you through your journey and whatnot. God is leading you. And with that being said, like I said, you guys just keep your eyes open for all of those things, because you could actually be the guardian angel for somebody else. So never feel like you don't want to give somebody else advice or to help them out, because you may feel like, well, that person may not want me in their business, or they don't want to be told what to do. You never know. If God has put it on your heart to say something, say that thing and get it out. If that person wants to hear it, great. If they don't want to hear it, then at the end of the day, you've done your part. So, always take heed to what God has put on your heart to say to somebody or do for somebody, and always keep your ears, your eyes, and your heart open to receive the message that God has given you from those guardian angels that He has sent to protect you. So I want to thank you guys for listening tonight. I hope everybody's doing well out there. I know throughout the country, a lot of like bands have been lifted. We're not doing any mass or anything like that. So I want to encourage you guys to stay safe, but also enjoy yourself. We've been inside a long time right now. So go out and have some fun. Enjoy the summer weather wherever you're at. If you're down south, enjoy the beaches and everything like that. But I just want to make sure you guys are staying safe out there. And thank you guys for tuning in again. And I will catch you another time. Later.